Welcome to Afterlife Conversations, where we explore the profound connections between our world and the next. I'm Johnny Bruce, your guide on this journey of discovery, healing, and understanding. Each episode, we delve into the stories behind my guided meditations, revealing the messages from those who have crossed over and the wisdom they share with us. Today, we're diving into a subject that so many of us have wrestled with, whether quietly in our own hearts or openly in conversations with others. Can our loved ones who have died still communicate with us? I have had several clients who have come to me with that question. Most of the time, we connect with the deceased loved one, and they tell me. One client, we will call her Lisa, said she talks with her mother who had passed, but Lisa is unsure if her mother is listening. Her mother told me that there is a table in the hallway in the house with a photo album on it. Inside is a picture of Lisa's mother. Lisa was able to validate for me that what her mother shared is true. And earlier that day, Lisa had opened it and looked at that picture. Her mother continued to say that when she stops by that table at any time and talk with her, she would listen. Lisa informed me that she took the picture out of the photo album and put it in a frame, and it sits on that table. Every day she stops by and talks with her mother. Lisa can feel her presence when she does. Across cultures and centuries, people have reported experiences that feel too significant to be coincidence. Dreams, such feelings of presence, uncanny synchronicities. For some, these are sacred messages from the other side. For others, they're explained by the incredible and complex power of the human mind. In this episode, we'll explore both of these perspectives, the spiritual and the scientific, and then consider where they overlap, where they diverge, and how we might hold them together in a way that enriches our own understanding of love, loss, and connection. Let's begin with the spiritual lens. For countless people across every faith tradition and culture, the belief that love survives death isn't merely wishful thinking. It's the very fabric of their worldview. People describe many kinds of signs: a vivid dream where grandmother smiles and offers comfort, a favorite song that comes on the radio at just the right moment, um, almost as if it were chosen for you, a butterfly landing on the windowsill the day of a memorial service, or the sudden warmth in an empty room, accompanied by a deep sense that you're not alone. In many spiritual communities, these are known as after-death communications. But more simply, they are understood as the continuation of relationship, love taking a new form. In our Christian tradition, for instance, it speaks of the great cloud of witness. In Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1, a powerful image of those who have gone before us, still surrounding us, cheering us on in the race of life. Ernest Holmes, the founder of religious science, wrote, "There is no death, only the passing of the soul from one room to another." This idea that life is continuous and death is a doorway rather than an ending, that resonates across many modern spiritual circles. And indigenous traditions around the world, ancestors are seen as active participants in the lives of the living. Among Native American communities, dreams are often regarded as sacred spaces where ancestors communicate guidance. In African traditions, the presence of ancestors in daily rituals affirms that the living and the dead are deeply interwoven. It's not only ancient belief. Modern surveys affirm the prevalence of these experiences. A 2019 Pew Research study found that 44% of Americans say they felt the presence of a loved one who has died. That's nearly half the population. These aren't rare, fringe experiences. They are woven into the fabric of everyday life. From the spiritual perspective, these are not random psychological tricks. They are moments of grace, gifts from beyond the veil, reminders that love reaches across any distance. Now, let's shift into the scientific perspective. Science rarely dismisses the experience itself. What it asks is, what is happening in the mind and body when these experiences occur? Psychologists often speak of continuing bonds. John Bowlby, who developed attachment theory, observed that when someone we love dies, the brain doesn't just erase that. That attachment is still there. It remains alive within us. We still carry the person, and sometimes the bond surfaces in powerful ways, dreams, sensations, or even hearing their voice. Neuroscientists add another layer. Grief, they tell us, actually rewires parts of the brain. When memories and emotions activate together, they can produce experiences that feel external, even though they arise internally. And then there's pattern recognition. As humans, we're meaning-making creatures. Michael Shermer, a science writer, uses the term apophenia to describe our tendency to see patterns and connections, even when they may not be objectively present. A butterfly may just be a butterfly. But in the charged context of grief, it becomes the butterfly, a meaningful sign of presence. Science also has data. A study in the Journal of Nervous and Mental Diseases found that 60% of widows and widowers reported sensing the presence of their spouse. Neuroimaging studies show that memory and emotion centers in the brain light up when people recall or feel the presence of a loved one. And importantly, psychologists note that these experiences are not usually pathological. In fact, they can aid the grieving process, helping people find comfort and resilience. From the scientific lens, the signs are real. People truly feel them, and the experiences shape their healing, very much like Lisa, who I described earlier. But the source, science would say, is the brain and psyche, not a spirit reaching across from beyond. So, two perspectives. Spirituality says the sign originates with your loved one. Science says the sign originates with your brain. Spirituality sees it as ongoing communication. Science sees it as the mind adapting to loss. Spirituality points to sacred texts, traditions, and testimonies, where science points to data, brain scans, and theories. And yet, look at the overlap. Both agree that the experiences are real. Both agree they bring comfort and healing. Both affirm that the bonds of love continue, whether through memory or through eternal spirit. One side says love continues through our essence, the immortal soul. The other says love continues through memory and attachment systems. Either way, the conclusion is the same. The relationship does not simply end. And this is where things get interesting. The lines between science and spirituality may not be as rigid as we imagine. If you're ready, let's move into our guided meditation. I'm going to take you on a journey to discover how your loved ones reach out to you. Let's begin by taking a deep breath in. And now release it slowly. Once again, let's take a deep breath. Hold. and release. Let your body begin to soften. Let your mind begin to quiet. This time is for you. Imagine yourself standing on a forest path. The air is fresh, the scent of pine and earth around you. Sunlight filters gently through the trees, dancing on the ground. Each step you take feels light and purposeful. You continue to walk the path, experiencing the nature around you, allowing your breathing to be your own as all your senses come alive. Ahead, you see a cabin, small, wooden, welcoming. Its windows glow warmly, as if it already knows you are coming. Walk slowly toward the door. Notice the texture of the wood, the handle waiting for your touch. Take a breath and step inside. You enter a room bathed in soft golden light. The walls are covered with photographs. As you look more closely, you realize these are all photographs of your loved one, the very person you have been holding in your heart. Walk slowly around the room. See them as a child, in moments of joy, in moments of challenge. Notice the relationships, the adventures, the quiet times of peace. Every frame tells part of their story. Every picture whispers, "This life mattered. This love remains." Now your eyes are drawn to the center of the cabin. There are two chairs facing each other. You walk to one chair and sit down. Feel the chair holding you, grounding you. And then you notice the other chair is no longer empty. Your loved one is there, sitting across from you, whole, radiant, present. Take a moment to look into their eyes. Notice their face, their presence, their love. When you're ready, gently ask in your heart, "Please show me or tell me the sign I can look for." the sign that will remind me you are near. Notice what arises. It may come as a word, a symbol, a sound, or simply a feeling. Trust whatever comes. This sign is a gift, a reminder that love transcends distance, time, even death. When the moment feels complete, look into their eyes once more. Offer gratitude. Feel the love between you. It's time. Slowly, the image of the cabin begins to fade. You find yourself back on the forest path, carrying the warmth of this encounter with you. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Feel your body resting here and now. Feel the ground beneath you, the air around you. When you are ready, gently open your eyes. Carry this affirmation with you. I am never alone. Love is with me always, and I will recognize the signs when they appear. I am never alone. Love is with me always, and I will recognize the signs when they appear. I am never alone. Love is with me always, and I will recognize the signs when they appear. Philosopher William James once wrote, "Our normal waking consciousness is but one special type of consciousness, whilst all about it, there lie potential forms of consciousness entirely different." Perhaps science describes the mechanism of the experience, while spirituality describes the meaning. Together, they offer a fuller picture. Take a dream where your mother smiles at you. Science might say this is REM sleep, helping you consolidate memories. Spirituality might say this is her spirit reaching across to comfort you. And maybe both are true. Perhaps the brain is the instrument, and our essence is the musician. When viewed this way, the boundary between science and spirit isn't a wall. It's a doorway, a threshold we can walk through where explanation and meaning meet, just like the door of our cabin. Well, you know by now that I take a position of our essence comes first. Our minds, our human intelligence may be acting on our behalf, but it is instigated by our essence, our spiritual intelligence, which has been here longer than our physical bodies. And that is where I believe I fall. So at the end of the day, whether you see these signs as neural activity or divine communication, they point to the same truth. Love does not vanish. C.S. Lewis, after losing his wife, wrote, "Her absence is like the sky, spread over everything, and yet many who grieve also testify, so is her presence." So here's the invitation. The next time you notice something, a song, a dream, a fleeting moment of peace, pause. Instead of asking only, "What was that real?" Try asking, "What is this moment offering me? What comfort or reminder is here for me to receive?" Because whether through the language of spirit or the language of science, the message may be the same. You are not alone. Love endures. Love is everything. Thank you for being here with me on Afterlife Conversations. If something stirred in you today, if a message bubbled up, don't let it float away. Write it down. Add it to the comments. Share it with me and others. Speak it out loud. And above all, be sure and subscribe to my podcast so you never get an opportunity to miss any more of these conversations. You can reach me at johnnybruce.com if you'd like to know more about me and my practice. I'd love to know what came through you in your stillness. Until next time, pause, breathe, and remember that voice in your head may not always be your own.